Hi everyone, welcome to Insights on Loop. Today we are going to talk about the US presidential elections. The US presidential elections is spreading all over the place, with news media going bonkers all over it, and well they should be, since it does not merely affects the US but the world economic in general. The US presidential elections 2020 shall be contested between the Republican candidate, who is also the incumbent president, President Donald Trump, and the Democratic presidential candidate, Joe Biden. It is essential to understand the election process, so let us go through it. Well, elections are not new, they have been conducted from the medieval times, where a group of people participate in order to decide a representative, which can be the king of the tribe or the chief pastor of the worldwide Catholic Church, the Pope. Similarly, US elections are conducted to select the president and the vice president. The upcoming election, which is 2020 elections, will be 59 quadrennial elections, since the election happens every 4 years and is scheduled on 3rd November 2020. However, unlike the medieval times, the citizen does not elect the president and the vice president directly, but rather the citizens vote for members of the electoral college, who then participate directly for the presidential elections, which makes it an indirect election by citizens. So, what is this electoral college? The electoral college is nothing but a body of electors who vote on behalf of states to elect the president. The electoral college consists of 538 electors who are elected from 50 states across the USA. The number of members to be elected from each such state depends upon representation of the state in the Congress. We will talk about the US Congress in some time. Out of the 50 states, the four major elector states are California, which owns up 55, Texas, which owns 38, New York and Florida, both sitting at 29. So in order to decide the president, an absolute majority of 270 votes are required. Now, there is a hinge. Due to the indirect nature of elections, it may so happen that the citizens had elected 270 Republican candidates and 268 Democratic candidates. However, the Democrats received more votes than the Republican in total. The same thing happened in the 2016 US elections, where the Democrat Party received more votes in total. But since the number of Republican electors were more, Republican Party won the elections. Let's know more about these electors, or the members of the Electoral College. The member of the Electoral College, or the electors, are basically designated members of the political parties, and therefore they have to pledge to vote for the presidential candidate of that party. Hence, the party winning the Electoral College election is most likely to form the government. However, at times such electors may break their pledge and vote for other parties. The Democrat elector may end up voting for the Republican candidate or vice versa, and therefore such member shall be renounced as a faithless elector. Now let us understand the evaluation process. The votes casted by the citizens are counted on the Tuesday after the first Monday of November, which is 3rd November of 2020. These electors then meet in their respective state capitals on the first Monday after the second Wednesday of December, that is December 2020, to cast their votes. Now, the final votes are then counted by the Congress in the first week of January. The US Congress is a joint body of the US Senate and the House of Representatives, and they play a key role in election of these presidents. In case the electors are unable to arrive at a majority for president or the vice president, the House of Representatives conducts its own election process to elect the president, whereas the US Senate elects the vice president. Eventually, the winner of the presidential election is declared, and the president is sworn in an event called the inauguration. and this time this event is going to held on 28th January 2021. The US elections are one of the most critical elections since a policy created by the US government has bearing on the world economy. Hope you learned something new. If you did, do like the video and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.